7 minutes in the game in Oklahoma City. Out of Arizona State University. And Jim, a pretty
Canadian
good
born.
defender. Gilgeous-Alexander able 80 seconds to get 1 second.
Just couldn't get his fingertips on the basketball enough to be able to corral it.
Chris Paul baseline. Another triple.
He just spaced out that time on the baseline of a bounce play. No one picked him up.
He's got all 12 of the Timberwolves points. Muscala, he had 4 threes. Muscala.
Just put his shoulder right into the chest of Mike Muscala and was able to drop him off.
Paul gets to the elbow. Made a Covington in rhythm, but there's a block by Gilgeous-Alexander, and here come the Thunder. And Chris Paul pulls the trigger. It's back to a 4-point game. Adams had it poked away and then forced it up. But the Thunder able to get a second chance. Schroeder wide open off the feed from Chris Paul.
It's all fine and good, but you know, this Minnesota needs productivity from everybody, and their bench has been faltering a little bit here, not been quite as productive. Chris Paul knocking down that mid-range. Guys are with him and some guys aren't. He does not suffer fools. He is one of the most competitive guys that have ever played this game.
Diallo able to get it to go, and the Thunder have opened up a 10-point to connect. Paul not able to get it to go that time.
But finish so effortlessly there.
Burton. Oh,
okay.
He banks it in. He wasn't
such a willing driver. You know, they've been running him off the line, not giving him open looks, and he's been fine with pump faking and driving it to open seams and getting to the rim. His CP can't get that to go. Number of possessions is spot ups, then it's transition, but then it's cutting. And his highest PPP is in the cutting area on the offensive end. So a very good active cutter, really good in the half court. Smart play right there, and you can always depend on Keita making a smart play.
Culver was sizing up a dunk, has it blocked. Keita tried to, there was no official call made, it was just a whistle, and now the Timberwolves have only 4.5 to shoot. And now they turn it over. Ryan Saunders is incensed. Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves come down with the... Wiggins looking for the lead. Covington gets a hand on it.
Josh.
And then Covington wanted a foul call, doesn't get it. The outlet to Dort. Napier breaks it up and Napier to the locker room. Paul gets the screen from Adams. Back for Schroeder, open look for a 3.
Or orchestra key, late quarter. He did the same thing in Chicago.
Chris Paul, Okogie falls to the floor, and Paul able to drill the mid-range. He was the one he had the procedure on last spring. So I don't know if that's good news or bad news, but it is a left knee injury this time around. Chris Paul, and one to open up.
In Miami, he looks like a guard out there, as big as he is. Taking the ball off the glass, dribbling up the floor, initiating offense. He's taking outlet passes from other guys that rebound, initiating offense. Bam's unbelievable.
Nice ball movement by the Timberwolves, does not result in a bucket. Adams underneath, and the Timberwolves get a stop.
The play that's looking for a long-term deal, trying to, you know, further his career down the road, has moved around a bunch in his career.
Paisley. Paul.
He just rises up, doesn't he? I mean, that has gone the opposite direction.
They're the only teams with a better win percentage: Milwaukee, Utah, and the Lakers over that stretch. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is always in the ear of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, teaching him how to win at this level.
Dort. Oh my goodness! Luguentz Dort. Rob Covington's going to get the reach-in foul going against him here.
He's a head short, like he's almost a head shorter than Andrew Wiggins, it looks like.
Listed at 6'3". Andrew listed at 6'7". Chris Paul, 4-3, no, and Napier unable to come down. 14 to shoot for OKC. Schroeder off the baseline out of bounds. Paisley, I was kind of wondering that myself.
I thought Josh got it up off the glass first.
OKC has scored on 7 straight possessions until that turnover.
Chris Paul just taking it from Robert Covington, just not settling. He got back in that play quickly.
As good as he's been in his career at assisting, he's also always been very good at thievery. And with the ball, largest lead for them has been 13. They've got a chance to match that or exceed that with a bucket here.
CP thought he was going to draw the foul right there.
Hi, Jim. He's got 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. Okogie, no. Paul comes down with it.
Nice job scrambling by Minnesota to get matched up.
Paul gets the screen from Muscala and the reach-in foul against Towns. Chris Paul's had a Diallo for Chris Paul. Muscala ends up with a 3. Right as the shot clock was in signs of being worn down or shorthanded. Culver.
They aren't even bothering to guard Jarrett. No one even bothered to run out there. They wanted him to shoot that ball.
Paul with the shot clock down to 5.
When all these great players leave the stage, you know, Dirk Nowitzki retires last year. You're going to see all these guys, you know, when they end up leaving the game.
That was vintaged in terms of the move. By the way, Napier, that's...
Steven Adams is a big man to have to take on this in a switching situation if you're Covington, and for Towns to try to contain that little dude.
Napier takes it away from Chris Paul. Napier for Towns. Paul gets the screen from Muscala and then gets into the paint.